Hello again, YouTube. What is up? This is SS99 here, and today I'll be doing a Blackwing deck profile. This is not your traditional Blackwing build. This is actually a build that I came up with based off of the Dragons of Legend build. And let's just go ahead and look at it. It's pretty interesting, and it really works. I actually like this a lot better than the traditional build. And this is mostly my idea. So, 2 Sirocco the Dawn. Sirocco's really good. Wait, I should put it in the center, that way it actually looks good. Sirocco, he's level 5, but if your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can normal summon him without tributes, and if you have Black Whirlwind, you can search for any Blackwing in your deck, pretty much. Then I run 3 Shura. Shura is amazing. He's an 1800 beat stick. Plus, if you have Black Whirlwind, you can search for a decent amount of Blackwings. Any Blackwing except for Sirocco, really. And if he destroys a monster by battle, you can search your deck for a Blackwing with 1500 or less attack points and special summon it, but its effects are negated. And I'll show you a combination with that later. Triple Bora, because if you control a Blackwing, you can special summon it. And it's also piercing battle damage, so that doesn't hurt at all. Then we run 1 Zephyros, because his effect is broken. You can turn 1 card from your field to the hand, and you can special summon it from the graveyard. But you can only activate his effect once per duel. That's the reason why you only run 1. Then you run Triple Colute. This is the Blackwing Honest of the deck. During the damage step, you can discard him, and a Blackwing gains 1400 attack points until the end phase, which is really cool. Run 2 Blizzards, because 3 is dead. You don't want to draw into them on the first turn, because first turn Blizzards suck. Then we run the 1 Gale, because Gale's really awesome. We only run 1 because we're only allowed 1, unfortunately. But his effect is really broken. You can special summon him if you control Blackwing, and once per turn, you can permanently cut the attack and defense of one of your opponent's monsters in half. So, way too good. Then we run 1 Steam the Cloak. This is one of the new Dragons of Legend support. Level 3 Tuner. It's like another version of Zephyros. You sacrifice a monster and you can special summon him, but you can only activate the effect once per duel. And when he leaves the field, you get a free Steam token that's level 1, which does come in handy in this deck, and I'll show you why in just a second. We still run Vayu, because Shura's effect is awesome. This is the combination I was going to talk about. Vayu can't be synchro summoned if he's on the field. But if he's special summoned by Shura's effect, then his effect is going to be negated. So you can synchro summon with him on the field, which means another level 5 synchro summon. And last are 2 Orochis. I do like 2 because it's another special summoner. 3 is obviously too much, but 2 is the perfect number. You can special summon him as long as you control Blackwing, but you can only special summon him that way once per turn. And plus, when you synchro summon him with him, you can change the battle position of any monster on the field, which is really good. And that's all the monsters. Now, before I continue, I do want to explain, I don't run Dark Arm Dragon because I did playtest Dark Arm Dragon, and in every case that I've had Dark Arm Dragon in my hand, I've always had too many Dark Monsters. That's how fast you go through this deck, so I don't like Dark Arm Dragon in this deck. I run 3 Black Whirlwind. This deck would not be awesome without Black Whirlwind. This allows you to search for any Blackwing and add it to your hand if you normal summon a Blackwing, but it has to have less attack points. So you can stack up in Colutes or what have you. Triple Pot of Duality. This is just to dig your deck for Black Whirlwind. 2 Soul Charge. This plays an important role in the deck, and I'll show you why in just a few seconds, or a few minutes, or you'll see later. And last but not least, the staples, which are Darkhold and Book of Moon. I don't run MST. I'll show you why in just a second. Alright, now for the trap cards. We do run 1 Delta Crow, because Delta Crow is awesome, and more than one's really dead, because once you activate 1 Delta Crow, the rest of them are going to suck. Triple Trap Stun. This is the reason why I don't run MST. Because in this deck, you're going to be doing a lot of special summoning, and you want to get those special summons off, otherwise the deck's not going to go off. So, Trap Stun just makes sure that you don't get Solemn Warning or Bottomless Trap Hold or Compulsed or anything like that. Then the staples, 2 Fiendish because I want to keep it at a 40 card deck, and yeah, just want to take out a Fiendish to make room for the rest of the stuff. Then Mirror Force, Solemn Warning, Pulse, Bottomless, and Torrential Tribute. Don't really have to explain those. Those are pretty much staple. And that's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck. Yeah. I run 1 Formula Synchron. But, well, for one reason, we're only allowed 1. But it's really good in this deck because you can actually make this with Steam's token and a Roshi or Value. And whenever he Synchro Summon, you can draw a card. This deck is mainly focused on drawing. Plus, on your turn, if you have this and another monster on the field, you can Synchro Summon on your opponent's turn, which is really freaking awesome. So if you have like a Sirocco on the field, you can Black Rose and blow up the field before your opponent can attack you, which is really cool. TG Hyper Librarian. This is the most important Synchro in this deck because of the draw power. Each time you Synchro Summon, you draw a card. So if you Synchro Summon a Formula Synchron, you get 2 cards. And that's the reason why Soul Charge is important, because you need this guy. If you get Solemn or Bottomless, or if you get Solemn Warning, then yeah, you don't get the draw power. Ally of Justice Caster because he's really good. He can only be destroyed by battle by dark monsters. Otherwise, he destroys the monster without any damage. Armades because Armades is really good. No, like when he attacks, your opponent can't activate any cards in effect, or in response to that. Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. He's a 2600 beat stick. Well, that's just, all there is to it. Then 1 Black Rose Dragon, because, well, he's level 7 Synchro and he can blow up the field. Then we run Beals, because Beals is really good. He can't be destroyed by card effects or battle, and if you do take damage, but with him by battle, he gains that much attack points. That is crazy good. And then 1 Stardust Dragon, just to prevent destruction, mainly, obviously. And now for the Blackwing Synchros, I only run 1 Armed Wing, because you only need 1 Armed Wing, and 2 Armor Master, because Armor Master is freaking awesome. Can't be destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage with with him. So it's really good. And I run 4 Xyz in this deck just for backup, obviously, like Ice Beast, because it's just another way to get a beat stick on the field. Cowboy to finish off your opponent if your Blackwings don't do the job. Honor Arc because, well, it's Honor Arc. It's a really good card. And same reason I run Exciton Knight, because Exciton Knight is really freaking awesome. Alright, that's it for the extra deck. Now for the side deck. I run 2 Max Cs. This is pretty much for anything that special summons a lot. And triple MST. I always run 3 MST in every deck, whether it's in the side or the main deck, but it's mainly like if you're up against Fire Fist, so you can destroy their formations before they go off. DNA Surgery, this is pretty much for almost every deck. Overwork is for Fire Fist and Harpies and Boojins when they have Tinky on the field. Goes in match because well, you run an all dark deck for the most part, except for your extra deck, but it helps against like Dragon Rulers and whatnot. Light Imprisoning Mirror for Boojins, Constellars, Noble Knights, and Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons are an issue for this deck because it's a bad matchup. I learned that lesson the hard way. And 2 Rivalry the Warlords, because you run a lot of Winged Beasts and Medulches and gosh, what's that other deck called? Ghost Tricks run Zombies. I can't remember the other deck that it works against. But mainly, Rivalry just helps also with, like if your opponent wants to Xe summon, they have to Xe summon the same type, so they can't go into Exciton Knight if they run a Harpy deck. And that's pretty much the deck, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll have more videos uploaded soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.